Hi, I'm James Lott Jr., of course. Hello, Hearties. I am actually recording this the night of the finale. I just finished watching it. My eyes are a little red because I cried a little bit from the show. Season 9 is over. Where did time go? Like, where did the time go? I don't even understand that it's over already. I'm sure you're all feeling the same way. This was the first, and I'll say it. I mean, you probably thinking it, but I'll say it for all of us. It was the first finale that I didn't feel a sense of dread or nervousness or anxiety in a long time. This season was very benign compared to the other seasons we came off of. And I think that was probably on purpose. We'll find out more because in 2 days, or if you're watching this Tuesday, Brian Bird is coming on, the executive producer of When Calls Hard, co-creator. He joins us at the end of every season. We're doing it for years. And so he is coming on and gracing us with his presence. Marissa and I'll be together. It will be live. Sorry, East Coasters, but it's 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, which is the best time we all can get together. But if you'll be able to watch it on replay, and it'll be up there for the rest of our lives. The last episode we did with him is one of my top 5 episodes of all time. People tune in for this. Brian Bird is someone who doesn't have to come on shows and talk. Most executive producers don't do that, or co-creators don't do that. So Marissa and I and JLJ Media, before the AfterBuzz TV, were very grateful to have him come on, discuss storyline with us. And it's always an hour or so of honesty and truth, and sometimes tears and fun. And I know a lot of you have a lot to say. I'm sure it'll be in the chat. I will read comments in the chat room that are appropriate. I'm not going to read any nasty crap, but I will read constructive criticisms. I'll read regular just comments. It has to be all praise, but I hope that people, most of the Hardys are like this. No show can deliver you everything you like at all, of course. Ken just doesn't do that. But there's some folks who have constructive criticism and say, well, if we did this, or if we did that, I think that's legitimate. And we do. And Brian says you can ask him anything, and you talk to him. So that's this Tuesday, the 24th of May at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Here on JLJ Media, I'll be live on YouTube. This episode felt very intimate. Meaning I felt we got a little bit of everybody, but not everybody. We got a lot of folks, major couples, coupledoms, people set up. So now we don't know if there's a season 10 yet, but the way it ended, it could end like this, and it's on a very good note with some good stuff coming, plus some a few cliffhangery things. They're not that serious, but there's story for everyone. If they come back, and if they don't come back, it's also it's an okay ending. I hope it comes back. All in for season 10. I am. So hopefully that will be the case. But I found myself actually crying at certain episodes of this episode. I cried. I was completely shocked. I'll start the fire. The fire we knew. I had a feeling it was going to be as bad as I think it was. I mean, I don't know why I even had a fire, but that's the only gripe I might have about the episode. The Lee, oh my God, he came right back out. It was a dramatic moment for the trailer, but it really, I was like, okay, it's a fire at the saloon. I don't know. It was, to me, it was anticlimactic for me. It wasn't anything. But it was all the quiet moments and the smaller moments that hit me. Even from Allie wanting to get her mother married, her working now, helping Robert out, trying to be his friend, talking to Elizabeth. Those moments, I love that. I'm liking, actually, Nathan and Lucas's budding friendship. It's a very tricky thing they're doing with having Nathan be very there for Elizabeth, but also very jovial and joking with her all the time, and kind of like being playful with her. Um, Kind of like trying to make it into a real friendship thing, which I know there are some Nathan fans still with Elizabeth and our fans out there. And so they've been very vocal on my Twitter page, and I don't appreciate the comments at all. But I didn't go low. I just put some very inventive gifs, how you call it, as my responses. But I did not appreciate the comments. But it was only a select few compared to the masses. But I know there are folks. I try to respect that there are folks who really wanted Nathan and Elizabeth together. That ship has completely sailed. So it just has. The show has completely moved on, and now set up Nathan and Elizabeth and Lucas kind of being all in this friendship situation and being there for each other, which is always the goal, right? And kind of having Nathan, I don't know how you guys feel about this. I was still feeling out myself. A slight triangle. Faith likes Nathan. She's kind of caught off guard by it. But clearly he likes Maysu, and she returned. Hi, Amanda Wong. She returned. So she's back. So that's kind of like a small triangle. And Elizabeth fully committed to Lucas. And she's fully committed to him. So moments that really got to me, one was the Canfields. It was so funny. It was so windy. Everyone knows it's windy. Which had their picnic. And how they fell into laughter, like literally fell into laughter, like literally. And I love them showing that they can talk about anything. And Joseph is fallible. Joseph does have some pride issues. But also, apparently, her dad did not, approve of him. So that's something that's very interesting to explore. If there's a next season, I would love to see her dad come on the show. Ooh, that'd be interesting. But he's also a pastor, so that's why I like that he's still searching himself. He's still growing, and that's the lesson. Even if you're a pastor, even if you're, well known in certain circles, life still is learning. If you stop learning, education stops, your life's just over. That's not good, of course, at all. But I like that they are loving and respectful. The Canfields talk it out. They have problems, but they talk it out. I thought this was a good ending to the season. Then hopefully we'll see what happens with the father thing and what's going on there. As Joseph is trying to become this fully realized man, especially a Black man in that time period. I totally love that. Kudos to the writers. Henry turning himself in was very interesting. Everybody clapping, calling him a hero. I got a little teary-eyed. Martin Cummings has done such a phenomenal job in the role of Henry Gallant. He's made us hate him and doubt him and want him gone. Yet he's also made us smile, chuckle, and want him to stay. His character from the very beginning has been this kind of almost character you love to hate, but they really have shown his storyline arc, like a full arc of this character past 9 seasons. It's amazing. I had Rosemary on, her portrayer, Pascal Hudgen. Watch that here on JLTV. Yep. But I would say she's the same way. They both have just come from very different beginnings to where they are today, and that's remarkable. To be able to do that on a show, on a primetime show, usually daytime you can do it really easily because it's on every day. But doing a primetime show, that's amazing. Martin Cummings should, if they were looking hard for Emmy nominations, I would think for sure he should be up for one. I think his work is that phenomenal. And I cried when Henry asks Joseph to pray with him. And Joseph gives him a Bible. And they go down. He says, is this okay? And I just sobbed. It was just like he's coming to God. And we've all been there. And for some of us, we accept Jesus Christ as our Lord and Savior. Some of us, we accept God in our lives. At some point we're brought to our knees literally, and then we accept it. And that is something that it was nice and unexpected to see of Henry 9 seasons after this. So it really touched my heart to see that. When Mike stepped down, oh wow, he really did step down. That's a very interesting development. Who becomes mayor now? Rosemary and Lee both have gone through so much. Even this season, even this episode, Lee is committed to his wife. He is. And he had to reassure her that this job offer, he's offers, whatever, Hope Valley is their home. For now, of course. And Rosemary, and you can watch her episode I did with Pascal Hutton. She explains the character very well, where she's at right now. But it's this episode, Rosemary is going through so much with this possible pregnancy, which turns out that it seems like she is. And I got goosebumps towards the end when she felt the flutter. And Lee started running around saying, you're pregnant. It is so many seasons coming, right? If there's season 10, that baby better come. There better be no complications. That's the only thing. Nothing happens to that baby. Because, they need their baby. They need their baby. I love it. Now, the scene that really made me cry. Bill and Elizabeth. To me, there's so much history sitting right there. So much that played a part of it. When he pulled out, it's just the brilliance of Jack Wagner. And Aaron was with them pound for pound in that scene when he pulled out his last will and testament, and she started to get teary-eyed. He's like, I don't want any, dramatics. You need to get dramatic. Like, it's people think he has TB, which I think that's probably what it is too. But it was just like, I was like, wow, they can't kill Bill. Kill Bill, haha. They can't do that, right? But that whole symbolic thing of him trusting her with it. And then when Jack walked in, and he's holding Mountie, he always comes Mountie Jack is holding him, but the grape juice, it just that whole scene and sequence had me crying. And oh wow, this is very interesting, because then he goes outside. The next scene has us laughing with Molly trying to drive the car. I love the message they're trying to give to people. They want to teach people to be friends first and grow into a relationship. What a great message, right? So I know a lot of the women and stuff on the show, the men on the show, like, you gotta become friends first and then you get together. And I like that. It's just true. I like that. So I think it's a great message they're giving people. And it's just really interesting to see it exhibited on this show. And of course, at the very end, Lucas proposes to Elizabeth, which of course, with Baby Jack there. I had a feeling that was going to happen, because now it's time to do it. Now it is season time to do it. So now next year, if there's a season 10, we have an anticipated baby, we have a wedding possibly. We can go on, we can be engaged for a long time, but possibly a possible triangle. Bill not returning or returning. is Carson going to come back at some point and ruin the without? I mean, and who is? I mean, there's some stuff there. Canfields. We still have Ned. He was inventing that toaster thing. I mean, like there's this season really felt like an ensemble effort and an ensemble and focus. It's always an ensemble effort, but I'm going to say ensemble focus. It was focused on the residents of Hope Valley. That's what it felt like this season, not so heavily on a triangle or this woman here or the guy here. Everybody got kind of their due. They got their spotlight moments this season. And the rest of my comments will wait for me to talk to Ryan Bird in a few days. But I want to get that out. I like this season ending. It was anything super dramatic or anything. It just, we had quiet moments. I love that. But you'll see me on Tuesday as we talk about more about it. And I'm going to at least save my notes. I have my notes. Let's save them for Tuesday because you never know. I'm James Lott Jr. We do the When Hope Calls After Show and the When Calls the Heart After Show. We have them on audio, so people are listening. So audio listeners, I love you guys. Hi, you guys. Hey, audio hearties, because you make that show a huge hit for us. So you guys are listening. Thank you. And then, of course, on YouTube for JLJ Media, my online network. Like, subscribe, share, comments. Also, I have a Patreon where I have all kinds of bonus goodies on there. Go to patreon.com/James Lott Jr. There's different tiers, money tiers. You can get all this extra content that I do. Some with celebrities, some with myself, new songs, books. It's all kind of fun stuff. Support me. Also, folks were asking me, because I don't, they're like, I'm going to send you a card for your birthday. I was like, I don't need any more paper. I'm trying to reduce paper, or organize, or try to reduce paper. So what you can do is buy me a coffee. I drink coffee every day, trust me. Buymeacoffee.com. Funny, right? Buymeacoffee.com/James Lott Jr. And you can start at $5. It goes from 5 up. So I have $5 and you can literally buy me a coffee. I get it. And I usually go and I tell people, this is my guy who sponsored the coffee today, or tea or whatever. But it's buymeacoffee.com, James Lott Jr. If you want, you can send a message. If you want to send me something. I tell people I'm trying to reduce clutter. I'm an organizer in real life, and I'm trying to reduce clutter. Anyways, those are 2 things. And subscribe to my channels. I love you guys and gals and hearties, all hearties. I'll see you in a few days. Bye.